Two Alabama laws dealing with transgender teens are hot topics tonight. One law makes it a crime for doctors to treat trans youth under 19 with puberty blockers or hormones to help affirm their gender identity.
The other requires students to use the bathroom that aligns with their birth certificate and prohibits discussion about gender identity and sexual orientation in K-5 schools.
WAAY 31's Alex Torres-Perez joins us in studio with a look at the impact the lack of discussion could have on transgender youth.
Well, Trans Family Support Services says those discussions and examples in curriculum are crucial because it lets those who are trying to figure out their identity to know that they're not alone and help them discover themselves. The Alabama programs manager says it's something he wishes he would have seen when he was younger.
I kept saying, I feel like I look like a boy. I feel like a boy. And nobody would grasp or understand what that meant.
Monty Blunt remembers starting to have those thoughts when he was about 3 years old, but he didn't know what to do about it.
I couldn't be my authentic self. So I went through some very severe stages of depression, of just absolute loneliness, of not knowing what it was like to connect with people.
It wasn't until he was 23 that he made the switch. He believes the new law prohibiting discussions of gender identity and sexual orientation will create more mental health issues and even promote bullying in schools.
What can teachers do about it if they're not allowed to address it?
But the bill's sponsor says that discussion shouldn't happen at school.
It needs to take place in the privacy of their home with their parents, not anyone else.
Governor Kay Ivey also added, quote, "We don't need to be teaching young children about sex. We're talking about 5-year-olds for crying out loud. We need to focus on what matters, core instruction like reading and math." However, the founder of Trans Family Support Services says it's all about saving kids from years of distress and allowing them to figure out who they are.
It's not an education, it's not a curriculum, it's not an agenda by any means. It's an inclusivity of all individuals and honoring all identities.
Blunt says he wants those who are trying to figure out that identity to know.
You will find people who love you and people who care about you. And there are those of us who are here for support with open arms.
Now, researchers say most kids figure out their gender identity between the ages of 2 and 5, and this new law banning discussions about gender identity go into effect May 8th. Reporting live in studio, Alex Torres-Perez, WAAY 31 News.